Do-Rag Wisdom here. 22nd day since the bitter coup that threw our country into the hands of a vicious psychopath. Do-Rag Wisdom, part of the Trump-free networks and also part of Keith Olbermann's resistance. I'm an unofficial member of his resistance. I bought 5 of these F Trump shirts with a message on the back too. Just want you to know I'm not wearing the exact same shirt every day. I probably think, well, gee, the guy's wearing. You know, I'm allowed to be colorful if I have 80,000 fans, but if I'm not part of the show, if I'm wearing the same shirt every day, I'm just nothing but a slob. And that's a line from Bull Durham. And folks, if I have any quotes that I got from another source, you can be sure I'm going to tell you. Anyhow, I plan on wearing this F Trump shirt when I go about my business. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll find out. I don't think I want to bring this camera with me to see if someone's going to assault me while I'm exercising my free speech. But if that be the case, that be the case. But I don't want them to break the camera too, because this is how I get the broadcasts out to my fans. I mean, excuse me, the viewers there. Adolf Trump does not get to walk back any of the crap he said over the last year. Okay? Over a year. I remember every single thing, every single incident that this turd foisted upon us, forced upon our democratic republic. I remember his scumbag GOP followers too, and the turd GOP itself. I will never forget, I will never forgive. The creature cannot walk back any of the hateful rhetoric he danced out in front of us for all to see in all its naked, horrific glory. I will never call that birther bastard president of my country. I, ladies and gentlemen, am at war. I hate war. I think war sucks. I think that's all we're good at. All the human race is good at is killing each other because we're a bunch of naked ape savages. But I'm sorry, this is a cold civil war, a civil cold war in this country right now, and it's gonna get hot. More than half this country voted for Clinton. She won the popular vote, whether that creep likes it or not. But the crazy laws in our country allow for some stupid electoral college. Okay, so doesn't change the facts that more than half this country, more than half, by over 2 million and counting, voted against this turd. He does not have a mandate. His party doesn't have a mandate. That being said, I'm not going to unify with this creep. I'm not going to accept him. I mean, I will never forget the images that cowboy cracker with the elbow in the black protester's face. Just before that, the moron said he was going to pay legal fees to anybody that beats up on protesters. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't protest this prick, sorry for my language, if you don't protest him, then you're knuckling under to him. Because he's a schoolyard bully. And I recognize schoolyard bullies because I had to deal with them when I was growing up. And throughout our entire work life, my work life, I had to deal with these creeps. I don't knuckle under to bullies. I don't countenance bullies. I don't unify with bullies. And this creep is a schoolyard bully. He can't walk back his pussy-grabbing crap, his so-called locker room crap. Can't walk that back. Most of us, when we go to locker rooms, we're there to get dressed, but he's in a rich person's locker room where they get to hang around and talk about all the women they assault. The pussy grabber. The one who said, well, women who want to get an abortion, maybe there should be some kind of punishment. That is out of the pale. That's beyond the pale. I'll never forget. Beat 'em up. Beat 'em up. In the old days, we used to be able to beat up on protesters. Never forget that. Never forget how he insulted that Gold Star family. That's what they call it. The veterans, the dead heroes, the veterans family. How he insulted them. How he calls Mexicans racists or rapists and other pejorative terms. How he blanketly said, oh, the black community's living all in violence. F him! If he loved the black community so much, why the hell did he pick a KKK bastard named Jeff Sessions to be Attorney General, who worked his life to keep black people from voting? He can't walk back. Adolf Trumpler cannot walk back any of the crap that he did during his campaign and said during his campaign. Get rid of NATO. Make sure people register like they did to Jews in Nazi Germany. Muslims to register like they did, the Jews in Nazi Germany. This is not an American. This creep, this creature is not an American. He is not fit to be the president of our country. This reality show idiot. This moron who's picking the bottom of the barrel. People that are going to destroy the lives of the helpless, of the sick. What kind of effing holiday season is this, huh? That you voted for a creep that's now assigning all these bastards who are going to take away public education, Medicare, block grant Medicaid, make stop and frisk the nationwide thing. Stop women from having abortions. Destroy Social Security. The Republican Party and Adolf Trumpler want no middle class, and they want a population they could rule over, work to death, exploit, destroy. Just like it was at the end of the 19th century in the so-called Gilded Age. The GOP does not want rights, privileges, free expression, free press. They're endorsed by the KKK, no less, the Nazis, no less. And they got a white alt-right piece of crap advising this new creep that's coming in. He can't walk back into the stuff he said during the campaign because he's going to surround himself with it during his stupid presidency. Oh, God has help us. You know, I'm an atheist, so... Ladies and gentlemen, when he was making fun of the handicap guy, remember that? Can't walk that back. Hey, I grew up with that crap being made fun of because I was handicapped, blind out of this eye here, partially blind. Having to wear this kind of stuff. The 4 eyes. Okay? By the stinking bullies out there. Huh? This is the kind of creep we have coming into the White House. Making fun of people who have special needs. Saying there's no such thing as people who got captured were weak. We're not winners. We're not heroes. People like my father who came back from World War II combat experiences, suffering from all kinds of horrific effects. Who does he want to pick for his veterans? Some kind of privatizing bastard? Sorry, friends. This piece of crap can't walk back anything he said and anything he did. And he's going to do things to us that I hope will make this country rise up in one voice and topple this bastard before he can do damage beyond which we will never, ever recover. Please watch the space.